Sir, putting centuries in the capsule is the method to weigh the events of history which was adopted by the various history researchers, those who are having researchers in the various fields. Sir, I think that today, 75 years freedom that has been put into a capsule, and the capsule is being viewed in various prospects. It is not a qualitative analysis or quantitative analysis. It is an analysis which will help us how this country can be put in the bigger orbit in the future. Sir, I will take only few minutes. Sir, today I was astonished, surprised, shocked by hearing the speeches of Prime Minister Honorable Modi ji. Why I am shocked? Why I am surprised? The reason is, I will not say that today there is a drama of Jekyll and Hyde, but something contradictory between the attitude and speeches delivered in this house. What is
it? Please.
Why? Sir, just
जी, उनकी बात तो होने दीजिए.
Sir.
जी. नहीं. प्लीज आप नहीं प्लीज, कोई चीज रिकॉर्ड में भी नहीं जा रही है. प्लीज आप बोलिए. नो आप बैठ जाइए. नो, कोई चीज ना रिकॉर्ड में जा रही है, अनुचित है. बोलने दीजिए.
interpretation, what can I do?
आप प्लीज बोलिए.
Sir, I salute Modi ji. I used to salute Modi ji when he assumed office in 2014. When he delivered his speech on the day of independence, 2014, what he said, I may permitted to read, I quote, "Brothers and sisters, today, if we have reached here after independence, it is because of the contribution of all the prime ministers, all the governments, and even the governments of all states. I want to express my feeling of respect and gratitude to all those previous governments and ex-prime ministers who have endeavored to take our present-day India to such heights and who have added to the country's glory." Unquote. Now, having elapsed 10 years, having occupied 10 years in the chair, in this year, everybody knows, not as a Prime Minister, I think that partly political statement was made on the Red Fort that we will fight against nepotism, corruption and appeasement. Sir, I deeply regret the words which were uttered by the Prime Minister are not matching the stature of the Prime Minister's post, with due respect. This is not a political meeting. Now, why we are going back 75 years of independence? Just I want to quote a few sentences. What happened in the Constitution Assembly? Sir, by quoting the two documents of the Prime Minister's speech, I think that I can draw an inference, even I can draw conclusions that the Prime Minister's attitude and the government's attitude, Treasury bench's attitude in this house throughout 10 years is completely diabolic in nature. Sir, past 10 years, what has been done in the country? Constitutional morality is distorted. Democratic governance is disrupted. Social harmony is under threat. Political heritage defined and determined by our forefathers has been mocked. I will come out one by one. Sir, I want to keep my eyesight towards the events of the Constitution Assembly. And I will come to the three categories of appeasement and nepotism and corruption if time permits. Otherwise, I will stop appeasement itself. Sir, this house has witnessed so many events to denigrate Nehru and other leaders that they did appeasement to minorities. Out of the appeasement, the country is suffering today. Nobody can accept, nobody can deny. Sir, DMK was having problem with Congress. We did so many agitation for language, as against Hindi, for state autonomy and federalism. Even to save democracy, we were put into jail by the Congress government. That is altogether different. Our fight with the Congress is always genuine. We will not deny it. But today, in spite of the differences, we are with Congress. The reason is we want to save Constitution. We want to save the nation. Sir, when the sovereignty of the country was put into trouble in 1962, DMK supported national integrity and supported this government. When the sovereignty of this country was at stake in 1971, again we supported this government. We gave 6 crore rupee from the government of Tamil Nadu. Again during the Vajpayee, when Kargil war came into existence, we gave 100 crores. None of the states paid such a huge amount. All these things shows that we are having our own identity. We will not give up our identity in terms of cultural, in terms of linguistic, in terms of other issues. But as far as the whole nation is concerned, we are having full faith upon this nationalism. I will love my country. When we are loving the country, the way in which the treasury benches, the government, the way in which the parliament, they are behaving, we are having problem with them. That is why we wanted to say that we are having ideological war with this government. Sir, Chandrayaan.
Please take care of time. Please take care of time.
Sir.
It is already 7 minutes now.
Yes, sir. Sir,
No.
Sir, the nature. Sir, see. Sir, I can have a very basic. Sir, what can
you concentrate on your speech. You concentrate on your speech, please. And you please don't disturb. Ji.
Sir, when Chandrayaan has been launched, when the Chandrayaan was launched and the satellite was placed in the orbit, really I salute this nation. I salute this performance of the government. That does not mean we should lose our scientific temper and scientific side. Today, our position in the international arena, no doubt, exalted position that has been arrived by this government, not by this government alone, as accepted by the Prime Minister in the morning. Because leader of opposition, he said, what are all the efforts made by the Nehru for the space research? The space research base was done by Nehru. On the basis, the satellite was launched and it was put in the correct orbit. So the integral part of the all credit should go to the entire nation, entire government, irrespective of political entity. So the one thing is very important. What Nehru said in this house, when the ISRO was started, when the America put the satellite on the moon, what was his vision of the Nehru? That is very important. He said, very slowly, it is dawning upon men and women that we are entering a new age, an age of interplanetary travel. The next line is very important. The satellites will be launched, but his vision is, I quote, in our narrow world, we are entangled in all kinds of rivalries and national conflicts which have no meaning in this new age of science. So when the Nehru idea is, when the scientific orbit is enlarging day by day, our conflicts, whether it is caste, whether it is greed, whether it is love, religion, it should be exploded. That is not happening here. Sir, what is that? Sir, this is not, sir, how can I? I can't, sir. This is not good. This is not good. Sir,
10 minutes now.
Sir, what is your, now, you launched the satellite. You got the glory, no doubt. But have you heard, the Manipur issue was discussed in the European Union. And the European Union passed a resolution condemning the activities of the government. Then, what is it?
Chali.
No, I am not yielding, sir. I am not yielding. So, I am not yielding. Sir, I am not yielding.
No, please conclude.
Sir, I am not yielding.
Please conclude.
Sir, I will start.
Ji.
Sir.
Please conclude now. Please conclude, Mr. Raja.
Sir, where?
Please conclude now. Please
No,
start
sir,
to conclude rather.
Sir, what can I do, sir?
Please come to the conclusion.
Sir, what can I do? They are not.
But I will call the next
Sir,
name.
sir. Interpreting, sir, how can I?
No.
Sir.
I will call the next name.
Okay,
Please.
okay, sir, okay, sir. Sir,
Please.
sir, one. Sir,
No,
one.
please.
Sir, how can I?
नहीं एक सेकंड ही इज नॉट यील्डेड जस्ट अ मिनट आपको मैं बोलता हूँ आपके बाद हाँ बताएं
Sir, before enacting the constitution, sir, before enacting the constitution in the Constituent Assembly, the issue of national flag came into existence in the Assembly. Of course, Gandhi supported a flag which embodied for his spindle and the chakra. But after due discussion, it was only Nehru who put the Ashok Chakra on the national flag. What is the reason? He said, placing the flag to the assembly, I quote, Nehru says, now because I have mentioned the name of Ashoka, I should like you to think that the Ashokan period in Indian history was essentially an international period of Indian history. It was not a narrowly national period. It was a period when India's ambassador went abroad to faraway countries and went abroad not in the way of an empire or imperialism, but an ambassador of peace and culture and goodwill. Therefore, this flag I have the honor to present to you is not,
Thank you.
I hope,
Thank you.
empire or imperialism, but it is a flag for freedom and amity and prosperity and coexistence of all communities on all religions.
Thank you.
Sir.
नेशनल दस्तक की आपसे गुजारिश है कि अगर इसको बचाना चाहते हैं तो नेशनल दस्तक को सब्सक्राइब करने के लिए रेड कलर के सब्सक्राइब बटन को दबाएं, फिर बेल आइकन की घंटी दबाएं। नेशनल दस्तक को बचाने के लिए बहुत जरूरी है कि हर खबर को शेयर करें, लाइक करें, कमेंट जरूर करें।